Good afternoon, and welcome to Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. And I'm Queenie, your literary ambassador. And today I have with me author Alethea Gibbs. Welcome, Alethea.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. How are you?
Fine, how are you? So first,
Good.
tell me, who is Alethea, the author?
Okay. Alethea Gibbs, the author. I am a girl who once was broken because I was missing my father in my life. So, my younger days, I misbehaved at times. I'll say that because I was, like yearning, reaching out for attention from my father. And a lot of times basically that's what I did. Whether it was fighting, getting in trouble in school, it was just all because I wanted my father's attention, his love and attention. And I just grew up without it. Like I was raised by my mother.
Okay. How long have you been an author?
So I'm a new author. I started writing, I want to say, all right, I always wrote like poems and stuff. And
Mhm.
at one point, I thought I was going to be a rapper. And then in college, I ended up taking a creative writing class. So then people in my class, they enjoyed my stories and they say, wow, you have some beautiful stories. And I'm like, well, they're not really stories. This is my life at the end of the day. So they enjoyed my stories though. And I said, you know what? I enjoy reading. Um, I feel like one day I want to write a book. So that's just how I felt. Now that was back in college. I graduated college 2009. I didn't um I didn't write the book or whatever until I got fired from my last job, which was 2014. 2014, I was like going through so much, and it just like I was just trying to get so much out of me, and then I just decided like, yeah, I'm going to write this book. But it
Mhm.
actually started in my creative writing class. Like originally, excuse me, originally the book was called Sacrifice, because I felt like I sacrificed a lot, and like I
Mhm.
went through a lot.
Mhm.
Now when I wrote my father's child chapter,
Mhm.
that's when I literally started crying, and I said, you know what, I'm going to name this They Don't Hear Her Cries. And like that's where my whole title and stuff came from. So like I'm gonna tell you this part. I've been like stressing, and I had suicidal thoughts at one point. Like I was going through a lot. I'll be honest with you, I was going through a lot. And it was really my psychiatrist. I went to psychiatry, I went to anchor management, and both of them they suggested that I start writing. So that's really what made me want to write the book even more.
Okay.
So it's really therapeutic. So
So when you went to creative writing class, was some of those stories in this book?
yes,
Okay.
like originally it actually started from that because it was crazy. Like we had different topics, like different topics. We had
Mhm.
to write different poems and stuff. And a lot of my poems is like they can see like, wow, she's crying out for love and attention. And then I just put it
Mhm.
all into my book.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Tell us about your tagline. Give truth, no lie.
Okay, gives truth, no lie. So I don't know if I want to put the whole zodiac thing with it because maybe I'm not, because I'm not really into the zodiac signs.
Mhm. Mhm.
However, I am a Cancer, and a lot of us are honest, but then I have some I know who aren't. So that's why I'm like, maybe it's not that, but at the end of the day, as far as me, I'm an honest person. I
Mhm.
love honesty. It bothers me when people lie to me. I don't like liars. I don't lie, steal, cheat, none of that stuff. So my last name is Gibbs, of course, and I figure let's, keep on going with that. If you look up Alethea, it means truth. So then I said, it really fits me, Gibbs Truth. And I'm like, I hate lying. I don't like to lie. So Gibbs Truth, no lie. And that's just how I carry myself. Like I do my best to make sure I remain honest at all times,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes I am blunt and, again, I'm going to tell the truth, but I try not to hurt your feelings. But,
Mm-hmm.
so that's just how I go about it. So that's me.
Okay. Your book,
Yes.
They Don't Hear My Cries.
Say it again. They don't hear
They
her
don't
cries.
hear they don't hear her cries.
Yes.
They don't hear her cries. I got it.
Yes.
Right. Just was released. Tell us about your new book.
Okay. So let me say this first because I know some people, I have supporters who were with me since I first published 2015. I made a lot of newbie mistakes and I'm not ashamed of it at all. I feel like I learned a lot from it, I took the time to study my craft. I learned so much I can even teach others, like for sure, what not to do when becoming a new author.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I realized that and then I end up putting it back out again this year, 2019. And I feel like I'm proud of myself, like I could have given up, but I kept on, I no matter how long it took. And that's this, like in general, I like to tell like new authors, period, take your time, write your book, keep writing, don't stop, don't give up, no matter how long it takes. At the end of the day, as long as you finish, that's all that matters. So that's how I look at it, like as far as, the book come or whatever. And it is interesting because like people who had the original copy in 2015, they could actually see like, wow, I took chapters out. I rearranged some chapters. I added new characters. Like it is honestly, I'm proud of it. It's much better now, more detailed, more descriptive. Like I'm truly proud of myself. You know how they say, show don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So originally I was going through so much and I just told my story. I was just like letting it out. And I could honestly say I basically sold people a rough draft and I'm not proud of it. And now you can see that I showed more than I told, so the reader could get that experience and feel the emotions and stuff. So again, I'm very proud of myself for taking the time to study my craft and doing it the right way this time around.
Well, I want to let you know I'm proud of you also.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
proud of you also. Okay. I see you're very active in the community. Where and how do, let me look at this. I see you're very active in the community.
Yes.
Where and how do your commitment get started being in the community?
Well, for starters, because I'm born and raised in a bad neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I feel bad for my youth and I like to tell people I'm not a product of my environment. So I just
Mm-hmm.
like to be, I like to be a positive example. And I'm like, instead of me complaining or just being sad about the situation, I feel like I want to do something about it. And I like to tell myself, instead of being a problem, be the solution. So by that, I figure, let me go out, be active in my community, whether it's feeding the homeless, whether it's talking to the youth, letting them know, put down a gun, pick up a book. You don't have to be a
Mm-hmm.
gang member, like you don't have to be on drugs like that. That's just how I feel. It's I just want to be a positive role model. And if I'm going to preach something, I want to really, practice what I preach. That's how I feel because it's sad to say a lot of people, they talk it, but they don't walk it.
Right.
So action speaks louder than words. And I'm just doing my best to make a impact in people's lives.
And you have.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And next, congratulations for getting featured in a magazine. Please tell us about that special moment.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so It was amazing. I don't know. Did I just get cut off though? I'm sorry. Did it just blank out or anything? Because I had
Yeah.
a phone. Oh, I apologize. I had a phone call. I tried to hurry up and ignore it. I didn't know. Maybe I should have put it on airplane mode or something so I don't get a call. I don't know, but I apologize. So as far as the magazine, it was just that, like the previous question you just asked me, like they see like, wow, she's really involved in her community, you know? Like we need people like her, especially in these the certain section of the magazine or whatever. And I was asked if I want to be in it, and I said yes, you know. I do my best to just say yes, whether I'm ready or not, because I don't want to miss out on my blessings. I don't want to miss out on opportunities, you know. They say you have to stay ready, you know, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And that's just how I'm on it. Like I was shocked, you know, when they asked me, and then I was like, yes, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you do when you're not writing?
Okay, when I'm not writing, I'm spending time with my family. You know, I'm in a wonderful relationship. Um, I babysit. I don't know. I do a lot of different stuff on the side. You making me blush, but I just do my best to be a happy person. You
Yeah.
know that's how I feel. Oh, and let me tell you, my guilty pleasure, I gamble. I know because a lot of people tell me they're like, no, you shouldn't gamble. You wasting your money. But listen, a lot of times I win, so that's my
Yeah.
guilty pleasure.
Okay, next. Where do you get your ideas when you wrote this book? You said basically from your own life.
Yes.
The characters are changed.
Yes, so like basically that's what it is. It's from my own experience. It's from
Mhm.
um things I witnessed, you know, like my family experience or people I know of. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of truth in it. You know, it's either my real life or someone
Mhm.
else's real life situation.
What project are you working on right now, if any?
Okay, so right now I'm working on a children's book, and I actually have two that I started writing.
Hmm.
Like one of them, I'm gonna tell you this much: it's like about racism because it bothers me, and I just really want us to, you know, get along. I want us to love more and stop hating. And then is another one is basically about like bullies because even that bothers me. Is I feel like it's so sad how many people, how many little children at that go to school and get bullied. So that's the two book projects I'm working on for sure. Also on the side, I'm acting. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but I enjoy acting. It's crazy. I actually enjoy acting more, a little more than writing, to be honest. I don't know. I
Oh,
feel like I
okay.
have, yeah, I have so much more fun with acting, and I don't really have to be extremely perfect. Like, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? It
Hmm.
when it how you have to be with writing or whatever.
Okay. What is your greatest accomplishment thus far?
Okay, because that's a good question. Because I'm gonna say like I still plan on accomplishing more in life, you know.
Hmm.
But right now, I'm grateful that I do have my high school diploma. I'm grateful that I have a college degree. I'm grateful that I didn't give up in life. I think I want to say that. I think I really want to honestly say that, especially knowing that at one point I really wanted to commit suicide. So my greatest accomplishment is being strong and surviving and not giving up on myself. Because at the end of the day, you know, everyone here is for a purpose, and that's just how I feel. Like I'm blessed that I'm still alive, honestly, especially from the bad, you know, the bad neighborhood that I met.
Hmm.
I mean, a lot of people that did not make it to see my age, and
Hmm.
currently I'm 33, going on 34 next month, June 29th. So being alive is an accomplishment, especially from the bad neighborhood I'm from.
Hmm. Where did the love for books come from?
I want to say my mother, because my mother, all my life, she's been a teacher. So, she always read to us when we were younger. And
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel like that's where it come from.
What inspired you to write?
So just growing up and seeing that it's not just me who's going through this, like the whole fatherless
Mhm.
child thing, that that's my inspiration right there. I feel like, because at the end of the day, it's not just about me. And for the
Okay.
longest I didn't want to share my story, but then I said, you know what? I have to look at the bigger picture. Me um being an inspiration, to other people, inspiring lives, impacting lives. And that's honestly where it come from, especially when I personally know, like, family and friends
Mhm.
who are single parent women, who children ask them like, "Mommy, where's daddy? um when can I see daddy? I want to see my daddy." And that hurts. So I'm like, you know what, let me write a book so it can really, like, somehow, like, reach out to the youth, the fatherless children, reach
Mhm.
out to the single parent women, and hopefully the absent fathers. Like, hopefully after they read my book, if they decide to read it, then they'll want to be in a child's life. And I want the child to know it's not their fault, and I want even the mother to know that. And somehow just do your best to love your child unconditionally and understand that they love you, but sometimes they really do want daddy in their life. Now, when I talk to the youth, because people do invite me to talk to the youth, right? I just tell them all the time, listen, don't worry about daddy not being in your life. He may never come, but look who's to the right of you, or look who's to the left. And majority of the time, I promise you, every time is their mother or their grandmother. I say, listen, that's who you worry about. So we can't worry about who's not in our life. At the end of the day, we must worry about who's in our life. And that's just how I go about it.
Mhm. Okay. What is the hardest thing about writing a book?
Okay, let's see. The hardest thing for me was, um exactly, if I want to share certain parts, of my story. That was honestly the hardest. Like, for example, did I really want to add the fact that I had to see a psychiatrist, or I was seeing a psychiatrist, in real life. Like, I was seeing a psychiatrist. I was going to anger management in real life. That part also, oh, like, getting into character mode. It was funny. It's like some parts of me in real life, I really feel this way in real life, but then it's like,
Mhm.
for the story, I don't want to feel like that. So that part was tricky. I
Okay.
really honestly believe like that was the tricky part. And I'm gonna tell you
Oh.
something else that, and I feel like I can say this at this point. Certain parts, like, dealing with like editors or whatever, it bothers me. I guess it does. So I'm gonna say it the truth. It bothers me when they feel as though something that I said was wrong, but when I know the truth, because I really went through it, I experienced it. And I'm gonna use this for example, because a lot of people, more than one, mentioned it. Like, when you see a psychiatrist, I don't know how all of them go, okay, but I'm saying, speaking from, who I was dealing with, I really physically paid, my money to my psychiatrist, and they wrote the receipt or whatever. And I was told, that's not professional or whatever. And usually the receptionist handle that. And I'm like, well, that could be true and all. However, when I went, that's exactly what happened. Like, I give them the money, they gave me my receipt. I never handle business with the reception. Maybe once in a while I just call a reception if my psychiatrist is busy, to schedule my appointment. But even that, didn't even have to do that, because I always schedule it with the psychiatrist. Now, if it was a reschedule, I'm gonna say that, and I couldn't get in touch with the psychiatrist, then I went out, to the reception. So it's just like, I just feel like certain parts of that, when for a fact, 100% sure, like, this is true, this is real life, like,
Mhm.
I live this. So sometimes that's a little, like, frustrating. I'm gonna say that.
Okay. How can we find you?
Okay, so I'm everywhere. I'm gonna say that I'm give truth everywhere. And I learned that it's important when it comes to branding to stick with the same name all across the board because it makes it easier, for your readers, your
Mhm.
supporters to find you. So you can find me honestly like something everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, even Snapchat, believe it or not. So Gibbs Truth, that's me everywhere. I even have a website. You go on my website. I need to write more on my website. I keep on telling myself I need to blog more on my website, but there's a few articles I wrote on the website. So gibbstruth.com, even email gibbstruth@hotmail.com. You can do gibbstruth at, well, that the Gmail is a little different. Gibbstruth 629 at Gmail, because for some reason I think someone had Gibbs Truth before me. I think
Mhm.
that's right. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
all the spots you can reach me.
let's play a little game of favorites.
Okay.
And you got to answer. I got one, two, three, four, five
Okay. Miss Favorites.
favorites. Favorite
Okay.
restaurant.
Favorite restaurant?
Yes.
I love breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite.
Really?
Yes, I love to eat,
Not a br-
but I can honestly have breakfast any day.
Okay. Favorite color.
Favorite color, purple.
Me too.
Nice, royal color.
Favorite snack and or drink.
hmm. Favorite snack. Favorite snack. I'm gonna go with a banana, even though it's a fruit, but it could be a snack too. But I enjoy bananas.
Okay. Favorite music.
Favorite music, favorite music. I'll go with, it's either between R&B or old school club music. I'm talking about, yeah. It's see, I don't know.
Oh
I can't
yeah,
even
let's
say a
see.
favorite. I can't even say a favorite because I enjoy R&B. I enjoy the old school music. Period. I enjoy old school club music. I'm talking about like back in the,
Yeah.
follow me. Why don't you follow? Like I love all that. Like I love, the, I'm gonna say, I don't know, the icons like Anita Baker, Betty
Mhm.
Wright. Like I love, like, so yeah. I prefer that over rap any day.
Okay. And last, favorite perfume.
I don't really wear perfume. I wear oil though. So my oil I like, oh man, it's vanilla ice, and it's, what else? What's the other one? I feel some type of way that I can't think of it. But it's two different ones like I wear, I switch up.
Mhm.
I can't think of it right now. That's crazy. I'm upset. Oh, amber white. Yes, I love how that smells.
Okay. Okay. In conclusion, is there
Okay.
anything you would like to say before we end?
Okay. For sure, I just want people to know, like, in general, life is too short. Don't stress. Love your loved ones, forgive them if you have to, But at the end of the day, I really want people to know that life is too short to stress. And I personally know people, who have died because of stress, whether they had aneurysm, stroke, heart attack. Like, stop stressing, because at the end of the day, I know we go through stuff, we have bills, like that's gonna be forever. It's not going anywhere. So we just have to, learn how to deal with it. But do your best not to stress. Don't walk around frowning, smile. Like I'm serious about smiling. Like my silly behind, I'm silly. I probably smile and laugh too much. Please, I even made the G in my logo a smiley face. Like I'm serious. I want everyone to smile, 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 love each other, stop hating on each other. I don't know. That's how I feel. And I honestly want, period. I know people want to say, well, it's not just the fathers, it's the mothers too. But at the end of the day, parents, love your children. I can't say enough. Love your children,
Mhm.
because some of them will really commit suicide because they lack that love and attention. So love your children unconditionally, please.
All right, you heard it. Alethea Gibbs, they don't hear her cries.
Yes, I was gonna
Oh,
show mine. I didn't know. Yes,
let
and
me ask you about this
this the
cover.
magazine that I'm in. You can see it.
No, bring
Oh, I can't. All right, I wanted y'all to see the magazine that I'm in. I don't know
it
how.
showing up a little bit. There you go.
But I'm in a compulsive magazine. Let me tell you about that real quick because I was told like they so excited because all right, when the time during they asked me, my book wasn't out, but now they see my book out and they telling me they're gonna, feature my book in a magazine. So I'm like, I'm excited about that. I'm
That
so
magazine
excited.
right there.
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, I should be in the September's issue because right now I'm in spring edition, March 2019. I
Okay.
should be in their September edition. Yeah.
Before you go, I forgot to ask about the cover.
Yes.
Cover.
Okay.
Tell me about the cover.
All
Who?
right. So, my graphic designer, I asked him to design my cover, and I actually, all right, I'm gonna say that I had help from my girlfriend. Okay. That's another subject. But I had help from my girlfriend, and then I asked my graphic designer to, do this for me, like a silhouette. And then I was like, I wanted like a girl crying. I don't even know if you can see the teardrop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how I felt. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Well, no, it's not you, but
No, and that I honestly wanted to be either me or her because as you can see, even though I need my hair done, but
mhm.
whatever. Like I have locks and I'm really thinking about, one day changing it and making it me or something on the cover. One of us, serious, because I feel like I can really do that, pose everything. My hair is long like that.
Yeah, it is.
See? Because everyone asked, they said, that you? But like her neck is a little longer than mine, but I'm
Yeah,
thinking
I
about
was kind of like,
it.
that ain't her, that ain't her. I was
My
like,
nose
ooh,
is a
ooh,
little
that's her. And
bigger.
I was like, no, it ain't, that ain't her. But, standing back, I was like, oh. I was like, no, that's not her. Well,
And also, I felt
you.
like her. Before I go, I felt like that silhouette, like the emotion, it fits right. The
Mm-hmm.
title, they don't hear her cries. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank
Okay.
you, Alethea Gibbs,
Yes.
the author of They Don't Hear My Cries.
You keep
You
saying
can get it.
mine. Her.
Her, I keep saying mine. I guess because you don't, um, I guess I keep saying that because they don't hear my cries. And I can relate to this book, I guess is why
Okay.
I'm in it.
Okay.
I keep saying that, but it's her. They don't hear her cries.
Yes. And let me tell you something real quick. I know we have to go. I was gonna really name it. They don't hear my cries, but then I said I don't want everyone thinking everything in there is real. So I said they don't hear her cries.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you for doing this interview with me. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. And I love you, my book friend. And I wish you much, much success. And I hope you go further and further. And I'm waiting for some more books.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm very grateful. Thank you to all of my supporters and my new supporters. And please, after you finish my book, please leave me a review, an honest review, whether it's good or bad. I just want to know your honest opinion.
All right. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. And I am your literary ambassador. Happy reading.